what sort of things would you like Ron to share more with people?
One thing that I did think about earlier, I think it was when we were at lunch, I can't remember who said it, but someone just mentioned about having to make sure that when you're doing all these operations, you have to make sure that you're doing stuff by the book and not, I guess, breaking any laws or anything. And I guess I was thinking that that's actually really important, obviously, but not every company, I guess, if they've not got the expertise that you guys have, will know not to do that. And I guess that can lead to it not standing up in court and X, Y, Z.
No, that's very important. I mean, years ago they went through a phase of private investigators working for newspapers with the phone tapping inquiry and things like that.
Oh, okay.
And some of them were really good firms, but they just broke the rules because the money was there. The newspaper would say, oh, I need to gather some information about this person. And in the end, you know, they managed to get their phones hacked and illegal surveillance and things like that. And it's purely down to greed.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of, like the Association of British Investigators and some of the other associations as well, is you're vetted to become a member, and then whilst you're a member, you have to adhere by their rules as well.
Yeah.
So it can happen. You could do a case or something, and then someone would bring up, and they'd ring up them direct. They see, it's looked on your website and say, "Oh, you're a member of the association. I've just complained about you." Not that that's ever happened.
Yeah.
And then obviously you have to go before a disciplinary panel and things like that. So something like that keeps the companies, you know, on the aware what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing. There's all sorts of things you could bend the rules on and things like that, but we just won't get anywhere near it. I sometimes think there's government departments that test you.
Yeah.
And it's usually on a Friday afternoon, usually about this time on a Friday, and someone will ring up and they say, "Oh, I've got a phone number of my wife's boyfriend. Can you find out who he is for me?" And ridiculously, some people will do that. You know, you've just got to say, look, that's not lawful, you know.
Yeah.
So that's important, I think.